What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro.
Lifetime is concerned. There are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forth for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. A city of justice, a city of love, a city of peace for every one of us. How is it that this man talks so highly of the city that he was born and raised, ran the streets on, performed in the subways, on the south sides of Chicago? For this brother to speak so highly of his city, just for his city to turn their backs and allow this dark cloud to weigh in this brother's life. I'm listening to this song and I'm trying to understand. I'm like, man, I said, listen how this man speaks about his city. A city of love, Chicago. What a love at. What a love at for chaos. I'm not saying that people in Chicago don't love chaos, but what I'm saying is I don't think Chicago is making enough noise for chaos. I don't think Chicago is making enough noise for chaos. A city of love, a city of justice. Where is the justice for him? Where is the justice that he speaks about in this song, Gotham City? Where is the peace that he speaks about in this song, Gotham City, when he speaks about his city. So, y'all saw the title of the live, right? And the title of the live is, do you think, let me get this in here. What do y'all think in this situation? What do you think R. Kelly should do? What do you suggest R. Kelly should do? Should he stay in Chicago and try to fix something that is way beyond his scope of fixing? Or should he just go somewhere where he can buy some land and isolate himself and live out the rest of his life? I want y'all to hear what he say when he speaks about this one more time. A city of justice, a city of peace, a city of love for every one of us. I haven't seen neither of those three things shown. I haven't seen neither of those three things shown in return to R. Kelly as far as Chicago go. And I'm not saying that Chicago don't deal with chaos. I'm not saying that Chicago is not for chaos. But what I'm saying is Chicago could be making the biggest noise. You know, Chicago could be making the biggest noise. When you hear him talking about a city of justice, a city of peace, a city of love for every one of us, where is the justice for him? Where is the peace for him? Where is the love for him when it comes to his city? Yeah, we may look at it as Chirac. We may look at it as people getting killed left and right. We may look at it as, oh, they drilling. But the way that he looks at it is a city of justice, a city of peace, a city of love. Regardless of how other people may see the city that he grew up in, the streets that he ran. You know, when we look at this thing, I agree, Muse, I agree, Jeff, everybody, man, everybody. Man, I don't think this you know, the first time, you know, like how this saying go, the first time, shame on me. The second time, shame on you. It ain't gonna be no third time. It's not gonna be a third occurrence where y'all able to come after me, y'all able to slander me, y'all able to come after me the way that they came after this man, and illegally, lock this man up. The same city where this is the same city where where a lawyer was able to put up a billboard to say, if you was a victim of R. Kelly, come see me. This is the same city where a state prosecutor was able to come out and ask people, if you was a victim of R. Kelly, come forward. This is the same city where a state prosecutor said, put up a victim hotline. The same city that put up a victim hotline. Call in. Say, call in. If you've been a victim of R. Kelly, call in. The same city. Sometimes, like me and Unc Muse Black, we talk, and when we speak on this case, we speak on certain things that we've witnessed. We speak to a degree that R. Kelly has overachieved. He's outgrown that city now. He's outgrown that city. And at this point, that city has so much corruption. A lot of things that they are indicating that R. Kelly is doing, that R. Kelly has done, a lot of that stuff is really going on around that city, but they're trying to make Robert Sylvester Kelly the face of it. When in fact, this man is so far away from this shit that they are alleging that he has done. But I don't think they have the respect. I don't think they give him the respect. Exactly, Jeff. J-Rock, man, y'all hit the link, man. The link pinned to the top. If y'all got time, hit the link. Come on up. Let's talk about it. If y'all got time, come on up. Let's talk about it. I was given a reference last night over on JoJo channel. I said, me being from Louisiana, I remember when Boosie Badass was Lil Boosie. I remember when Boosie Badass was Lil Boosie. Coming up in Louisiana, when Lil Boosie came out with this song called Bucked Up and Fucked Up. I remember when Lil Boosie had this song called Do the Ratchet, Do the Ratchet. This is when Lil Boosie was first coming into the music industry. Lil Boosie was popular in Louisiana, but he wasn't mainstream. The minute Lil Boosie went from Bucked Up and Fucked Up to Do the Ratchet, Do the Ratchet, his first mainstream song was Zoom. All of a sudden, the state of Louisiana come with an indictment, indicting this man for murder for hire. got this man on death row. But they had been harassing him for so long because of his status, because of his influence in the state of Louisiana. They say, Lil Boosie, you have too much influence on the people in the city of Baton Rouge. We need you off the streets. But they waited until he went mainstream, and then they came down with an indictment on murder for hire because they knew that he had the finances to fight in the court. So they will make money. The court system would make money. Why did they wait till he got his breakthrough to come and serve him with an indictment? Versus when he was singing, when he was singing Bucked Up, when he was singing Do the Ratchet, he was actually in the streets then. But they wait till he went mainstream and got out of the streets and come with an indictment and put this man on death row and have him fight for his life. This man talks about going broke, selling his jewelry. He talk about going broke, selling his cars. He talk about going broke, selling his houses, fighting his charge to get out of jail in Baton Rouge. You know what Lil Boosie did? He say, I love Louisiana. I love Baton Rouge. That's my city. He said, but I understand that I got to get out of here. He understood that the bigger his celebrity grew, the bigger the target became on his back. He outgrew Louisiana. He understood that. So what did he do? He got his shit, and guess what? He got the hell out of Louisiana. But his mother still lives in Louisiana. He still have family in Louisiana. But he understood that if I'm the provider for the family, I must protect the bag. And he is the bag. So he got the hell out of Dodge. So when I look at R. Kelly, I see similarities to Lil Boosie situation being from Louisiana. It was okay when R. Kelly was in them subways and trying to make it, but when he became successful, it was a whole different journey that he was embarking on that he didn't understand. That along with the people that don't want to see you make it, this city also has an issue with that as well. I'm going to welcome the people on the channel, on the panel right now. We got brother J-Rock. We got my brother Jeff Taylor. Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Share the live, share the live, share the live. I'm going to let these brothers give their thoughts. What up, JoJo? The link is in the bottom. I'm going to let these brothers give their opinions on this topic of should he stay or leave once he's free in the city of Chicago. I yield back my time. Either one of y'all brothers, go ahead.
Man, peace and blessings, everybody. Once again, Big Vibes, always a pleasure, always a treat when the players meet. J-Rock, you already know what time it is. We all been chiming in on this particular topic. Everybody in the chat, much love, peace and blessings to all. I would have to agree with you 100% as far as Kale's moving around when he get out that jam. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna say this, they call, me being here in Chicago and having conversations constantly with, I would say ground level. I know the temperature out here, and they don't appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? The way that they should. This the king of R&B. And it's like that, with everybody. Like just y'all know I do, for those who don't know, I do the music thing. JoJo, what up, bro? I do the music thing, and just independently seeing how the people receive you. It's like artists have to go elsewhere first to blow up, and then the city want to show love. You know what I'm saying? So when you come back, okay, you blew up somewhere else. Now you being well received and, you know, things of that nature. And if you look at a lot of the artists, especially on the rap side, you know, Kanye West had to go somewhere, Twister had to go somewhere, Do or Die had to go down in Texas and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the newer artists, you know, like Chief Keef, you know, with the emergence of social media, you know what I'm saying? They uploaded, you know, videos and they took off online. So the culture has shifted in that respect. But just being out here and talking to people, they starting to come around more. They see the BS, but it's just like you would think that the city would have more of a you know, more of a man. No, he Chicago's on. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that as it should be. And you know, when this brother, man, they put this brother through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we already know the city of Chicago is corrupt. Its court system is corrupt. Whenever you have a Kim Fox in office and she's doing all the corruption and they had it out for this man since 2008. So and you know, just to paraphrase on a street level, you know, people will say, like, once you graduate from being, you know, a little homie to being, you know, kind of like, man, seasoned in the game, you would say, if I gotta go somewhere that I know I gotta bring my pistol, I don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? So if I know that I have to bring something for my protection, I know I don't need to be there. I'm not gonna go there. So you already game tight. So that kind of relates. What does that mean? There's some sort of imminent danger that could be there. You know what I'm saying? So if I know being in this city will cause me some type of imminent danger, you know what I'm saying? Why would I reside there? Now you could come back later, possibly once the culture shifts and everything. And this brother's gonna need. They put him through a lot. He's gonna need some time to himself. He may need just peace and quiet. He may be suffering from mental and psychological issues. It's a lot of trauma that this brother has been through within the last 5 years, even before the charges actually hit. He needs to go somewhere, in my opinion, where he's secluded from everybody. You know, friends and family come visit him. You know, just kind of just off in the cut, because he's gonna need a lot of restoration. And we don't know what kind of because you know, already being in jail, that's a huge dynamic in itself. So it's a lot of mental illness that have to be dealt with, just, you know, readjusting back to society. It has been 4 years. So hopefully, you know, I would definitely leave, because, you know, Chicago is just one of those cities, and being here, being an artist and seeing how they treat their own, and it's just not the place to come right away. Now, if you want to come back later, I think that'll be the move. But I'm gonna yield back my time and let you brothers chime in.
Big Vibe was good. Thank you for having me on as usual. To my bro Jeff, happy belated New Year, man. It's been a minute since we chatted it up and chopped it up and everything, bro.
Yeah, happy New Year, brother.
I got my opinion on it also, but I'm gonna start off by letting the late great Richard Pryor in Harlem Nights say it like this.
I want you to round everyone up in my house in the now. Hey, man, we can't let this motherfucker just come in here and do this. Don't tell me we're gonna run from this guy. We got to, but before we do, we're gonna kick him in the nuts.
And that's what I think. and to the city of Chicago, certain officials, it's on site. Cook County, certain officials. I had hell. If I'm R. Kelly, I'm at the point I've had hell with you in the 2008 trial. You got a fat wannabe Bugsy Calhoun, 12 sandwich eating motherfucker by the name of Jim Derogatis, who been on my ass for years. And he's still in Chicago trying to give me hell. Then you got Chewbacca Fox or Chiquita Fox or Chiquita the Wookiee, basically, trying to give me all kind of hell. Then on top of that, all the other officials, all the other people that's been around. I agree 100% with what Jeff said about, he should leave, but maybe he could come back at a later time. I don't disagree with that logic at all, because the old saying is time can heal all wounds. But some wounds are real deep. These wounds here, this man's been locked up for 4 years, but has been having this cloud hanging over his head for the better part of over 25 years. He's still been holding his city down, despite the fact for most of the 25 years, until the last 4 is when this thing really hit to a fever pitch. Now, if he leave, to me, I think he should definitely leave, because what's gonna happen? He winds up leaving, then the city of Chicago and everybody else going to take a hard look at itself, especially with all the information that we know that's trickling out the way it is. And because with the information with what Tasha K and the BOP officer, don't let it come out that those communications with Michael Avenatti and Kim Fox comes out. Then that corruption is going to be on another level. Then, not to mention all the other people that's also been involved with some of the corruption too. So I totally agree. I think at this point, once he get out, he needs to go somewhere else to try to get his mind right. Shoot, hell, he might need therapy with everything he's going through. He's right. Probably gonna need therapy. And everybody who's took this case on, people seem to forget about this. Why do y'all think that Dr. Phil didn't want to take this on? Because Dr. Phil said he did not trust the stories of the women. He said he does not know where the truth lies. And he said he's a pretty good indicator of finding the truth. And he couldn't find it. So he didn't even want to touch it. So based on that, a lot of people should say, well, if Dr. Phil didn't want to touch it, why everybody else is on here? Because everybody has self-serving motives to try to take this guy down for whatever reason. R. Kelly, I know R. Kelly. He loves his city. He reps it to the fullest. And like I said, I agree with Jeff that he should bounce for a little while, get his head together, get his mind right, because it's gonna come a time that the city of Chicago is gonna have to take a long, hard look at itself, and there are gonna be some people there that's gonna be pissed off because they're gonna realize, what the hell did we just do?
Welcome, Pounded. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Okay. Yeah, back. I didn't want to talk yet. I just wanted to check because I've been having issues trying to get this stuff set up to come in here, man, real fast. But blessing to the host, my nephew, Big Vibe 2.0, J Rock, Jeff. I wish I could have caught y'all yesterday, man. When I saw you was on there, I was like, daggone it, I miss my brother, man. I was moving around. By the time I got to the house, it was already over. So I did the playback. Awesome live yesterday. Phenomenal live yesterday.
Appreciation, bro. We here now. Chicago One Love.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely. Well, I mean, if J Rock done, then you can give your analysis on what you think. You know,
go right ahead.
Being a OG, a two-time OG at least of the city of Chicago. You know, who better to speak on Chicago than someone who really been there, you know, like Jeff too, you know. So, you know, I like having people that's from that city who can really speak to the element of that city. When you hear him make a song like Gotham City, and he say the city of love, you know, he said a city of justice, a city of love, a city of peace. How could he speak so highly about a place where he's from that didn't show him neither one of those three elements in return? I'm just throwing it out there to you and let you go ahead expound on it.
I'll answer it like this. J Rock may be able to know this other artist's name, but I don't remember the artist's name. There's a song that R. Kelly did called "Hook It Up," and in the introduction, Kells asked the question. Let me tell you how I listen to Kells music and how profound and Kells, how gifted he is. And it's not about no music. It's deeper than music to him. He said, "Where is her mind? Where is her heart? Is her mind right?" And the rapper, the other guy, asked the song, and where they doing the thing, he's like, "Oh, I don't know, man. My brain right." You know what I mean? He said, "Well, nigga, you got the mind. How's her heart? Look at the mindset. That's still go with the narrative and manipulate.
You go in and out, huh?
And they've been hoodwinked. Yeah, is it going in and out?
You good now?
Let me. Yeah, you can hear me good now.
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Okay, yeah, I got to give me some other stuff, man. This stuff is irritating. So I'll yield back. I did enough. I'll just yield back and let Jeff and J Rock, tiptoe out there.
We got Big Bro. One of the most outspoken when it comes to this YouTube sector, when it comes to this chaos sector. Dana J. Your opinion is really, really, I really want to hear, I would really love to hear your opinion and thoughts about the topic tonight. What should Kel stay or leave the city of Chicago once free? In your opinion, what's up, bro?
What's going on, bro? What's up, panel?
What up, Dana?
Is that what's going on, fellas? Is that Uncle here up here? Okay.
Yo, what up, Don?
What up, Jeff? Man, that's really Big Bro right there. Jeff Big Bro, man. But
yes, sir.
Here's my take on it. Rob don't owe Chicago nothing. This is not the first nor the second time, and it won't be the last that I'm going to say Chicago has turned their back on Rob. Now let me put this in perspective, because I said this numerous of times, but I said as a whole, Chicago do not love or like Rob. But I said there's pockets of people in Chicago that love Robert.
Right.
Some people took those words and ran with it and said, "Oh no, how can he say people don't love Chicago? I mean, people don't love Rob in Chicago." Watch this. Proven fact. And I'm gonna give you 3 pointers and I'm gone. Fact number one: if they love Robert, George Floyd, a demonstration wouldn't have been that big, and Robert Sylvester Kelly would have been deleted in the way they tried to do that. Nobody came out and went hard and for Robert in the streets like that, like they did George Floyd. Robert is a product of Chicago. George Floyd not.
Right.
Robert gave back to Chicago. George Floyd didn't.
Right.
Robert was one of the instrumental people that put Chicago dead on the map. George Floyd wasn't.
Right.
So the people have to understand when I say Chicago don't love Robert. Point number two. It was Chicago that prosecuted Robert. And I showed those transcripts as well. It was it was Chicago that prosecuted him. Nobody else. Other folks came in to help, but the nuclear base of the prosecution was where? Chicago. All right, let's go here. I'm gonna take it back into what some people might not know. Robert first pain, Robert second pain, Robert third pain, Robert fourth, fifth, and sixth pain came from Chicago. So at the end of the day, Robert, what do you owe Chicago? Nothing. You paid your time there and you did your dues. And I understand why Robert might not want to leave because of his mama.
Right.
Being laid there in Chicago. But I put it out there. Whatever city Robert go to, whatever country Robert go to, he can have his mama dug up and taken to that city or that country. You have to look at it. Robert first pain was the sexual assault by a man in Chicago. Robert first pain being talked about and belittled in Chicago. Robert next pain, sexual allegations being brought up where? In Chicago. Robert other pain being backstabbed by Jim Dariagas because Robert pulled the plug on getting him an interview with a Rolling Stone. Chicago. I mean, I can go on and on. Robert Chain being snatched by people that supposed to have loved him up at Hoops in Chicago, and then sold to Kenyatta in Chicago, and Robert went by himself trying to get his chain and jewelry back from Kenyatta, and just to have Kenyatta tell him, man, and you know how the game go, man, I paid good money for this, man, you can always get it back. Where did that happen at? In Chicago.
Yeah.
So what do he owe Chicago? That's something for y'all to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all fact.
I agree.
There's a lot there I don't disagree with, and also to kind of piggyback on that, bringing up obstruction of justice charges happened in Chicago. So then that's the other part of it. So
yeah, and the thing with Kels is the way I look at Kels and the way I receive Kels is Kels understand his spiritual realm. And what I want to get at when I'm saying this is that I think with Kels, the nature of R. Kelly or the nature of Robert, I ain't gonna say R. Kelly, the nature of Robert through his spirituality is he tried to save people. He tried to give people peace in their lives. At the same time, he was neglecting his own peace in his life. Most of these females, now that we have come to know, all of these motherfuckers come from troubling backgrounds. They went to this man with they sob-ass stories of what they had been through, what they done went through, what type of conditions they were in, and he put these people in positions to live a better life.
Let me ask you this, Vi. And I'm gonna lose some people about what I'm about to say, but then the people that know and the people that's been street desirable, they know what's going on. And it goes like this. When have a pimp ever gave a hoe peace or tried to give a hoe peace? Dana, what do you mean by that? if a pimp ain't never tried to give a whole piece, but an upstanding guy always tried to give a whole piece, what makes the hoe so desirable to have the back of the upstanding guy and hate the pimp when it's always in reverse?
Well, I want to chime in and say, you know, I agree with everything, and you know, as far as that, but I don't want to look at it so much so from a geographical aspect. It's more of a cultural aspect, because Black America in general has turned their back on R. Kelly as a collective. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, Chicago just falls within that category, because white people really don't even really care about this. You know what I'm saying?
But watch this, Jeff. I don't mean to jump in and cut you off.
No problem.
You said something very powerful, and you said the people as Black America turned their back. Okay, why did Black America turn their back? Because white culture said you have to.
Facts.
But that's all I wanted to interject with. But go ahead, Jeff, because you want something.
I'm happy you did that, brother, because that's exactly what happened. It was the dominant society that put forth the false narrative to media mind. You know, these people that conveniently all of a sudden just started to turn on this man when he had been under the radar for maybe close to a decade. Nobody was even thinking about R. Kelly, and then all of a sudden, so that just goes to show you the power of social media, the power of mass media through television. You know what I'm saying? People have been slaves to mind manipulation through television. So we gonna telling lies to your vision.
That's what
so we gonna
there you go.
We gonna tell you right now to hate R. Kelly, and then we gonna put this image in front of you. We gonna do these docuseries in Black America. We studied you. We know that certain things are trigger words for you because you have been abused. And even though we are the ones that actually raped you and him and them, you know, we raped your culture, we raped your land, we raped you from the knowledge of yourself. We raped you on every level imaginable. We gonna make you feel like this man that looks like you is all of a sudden a poster child of rape. When we are the ones,
that's what blows me.
Yeah, we gonna make you feel like this man is the poster child for rape when we are raping the culture, and we are still raping your culture today. So now when you see R. Kelly being brought down by this power structure for whatever reason people speculate, I personally believe it's because the man asked for $1 billion that was rightfully owed to him. That would seem like a good reason, right? But
and I last night I was on live, man, and Sir Miguel and JoJo brung up. He said something that I think I've heard this before as well. When you hit a certain status, these people study you. You got people they give you a record deal, but when they give you that record deal, they got somebody that's sitting back studying your every move. They going through your family history. JoJo spoke to the fact of Michael Jackson. He said, look at what these people did. Look at how they did Michael Jackson. He said they knew that this man, or somebody, we got hit mute. They said they knew that this man, you know, how his upbringing was, and when he became an adult as successful as he was, and he was infatuated with that childhood, with that inner child still.
which he had this never ever land and never land, all this stuff that he had. He said the man did that because it's almost like Kels when he, like the McDonald's, the situation, how McDonald's paraphrased Kels to his mother. That's how Michael Jackson looked at Neverland to his childhood, But the corporation took that and used it against him. And said that he was touching these boys and things of that nature. So what he said was, these people study our greats like the Michael Jackson, the Prince, and so on, R. Kelly. And
I gotta catch the replay on y'all live. Y'all was touching on some stuff.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead, bro. I'll wait. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, there was a good point as far as how they took something that Michael Jackson used, as far as his the way he looked at Neverland compared to not being able to have a childhood, and how Kels look at McDonald's and refer that to his mother, but they want to say that this man is going to McDonald's for the sole purpose of picking up underage girls. Like, it's so crazy that these people, this is the way that they look at us. They take our pain and use it against us to try and make us look like predators when it comes to the media. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna yield back my time because it's frustrating. It frustrates me when I think about it because I can see it in my head and how they did it, and to think about how they did Michael Jackson. This man had a hospital within his home. They never talk about that. They never talk about how he was treating these kids that had cancer and their parents couldn't afford medical insurance and things like that. They don't speak on that. They want to speak on the fact that this man was touching young boys and, like, come on, bro. How many times, how long is Black America going to allow these people to keep on doing this shit?
That's the same thing Tupac said. Rest in peace of Tupac. Exactly what you said. I know exactly where you're going. And he said they give these celebrities these images. They build up the thug like they build up the king of R&B. They build you up with this image and make you rich and famous off the image and profit off of you. And then the same image that they perpetuated is the same image that they use to destroy you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with Kels, like, the women and he the king of R&B. The same image that they perpetuated is the same image that they turn around when they done using you up. That's what they use to destroy you.
Well, let me say this real quick, because I don't know what's going on with my charger. But let me help y'all with this a little bit. A lot of folks don't know, like, when you first go get your record deal, right? Some folks will tell you that, or they had like some time where they just chilled and stuff like that. Nah. When you first go get your record deal, this is what happens. And it's called an introductory meeting, where they ask you about yourself. And that introductory meeting, you are basically telling them anything that they ask you. And what they ask you is a lot of personal stuff about what's going on, about your life and stuff like that. But they ask you a lot of that. Your second one is your meeting of the minds meeting. So they want to find out, what is your long-term goal? What is your short-term goal? Stuff like that. Your final meeting is what they call buck breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And your buck breaking interview, and you might get asked, and excuse my French, you might get asked to give fellatio to your head guy, stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy, and because it's like, in that buck breaking joint, and they're gonna tell you, oh well, and we're gonna give you this type of deal, and we're gonna give you this, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. If you're not inclined, or if you don't know the music business, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people run with that. A lot of people say, "Oh, this is my big deal. We ain't gonna say nothing," and they promised us not to say nothing, so we're gonna take this opportunity. Well, you're owned at that point. With you being owned, then what you do? And you have to follow the rules of the corporation. I said all that to say this. R. Kelly didn't have that interview because Barry Hankerson did his bidding for him. However, you have this thing when you go to a label called Talent Showcase, and you have to showcase your talent. Robert blew away the showcase. And see, this what I was waiting for people to touch on yesterday on that live on JoJo panel. But everybody wanted to touch on the surface stuff instead of trying to go deep. Let's go here. In that showcase, Robert talked about why he wear his sunglasses. And people laughed at him. But then when he performed, everybody was like, oh, we want him. We want him. Barry Hankerson went with the highest bidder. Okay, let's go here. Y'all don't remember. Some of y'all might, but if y'all don't remember, I'm gonna refresh your memory. Robert turned down an offer by the them, they, and their crew. If y'all know what I'm talking about, follow me. Robert turned down an offer by the them, they, their crew. He got blackballed by Elton John and his them, they, and their crew. Michael Jordan restored him. And he put Robert penned the most powerful song on a Space Jam soundtrack, right? Robert has been going forth ever since. Nobody have ever stopped to wonder who orchestrated all of this. Well, he beat the them, they, and their crew. How was it that 30-something years later, the them, they, and their crew come back to collect their roosters? Nobody's thinking about that. But who do Kim Fox rock with? Who support Kim Fox? And when you have people like Tina Tinch, and she was the she was the financial analyst for the Obamas, and then she's the financial analyst for the them, they, and their crew Chicago, and they backing Kim Fox. Nobody spoke to that. But I'm gonna yield my time because I'm about to get ready to go live. But I'm gonna finish watching this, fellas, and man, and we got to do a full blast with this one time, man, and we just gotta put it out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, totally agree.
All right, but I'm gonna drop down, and I enjoy watching y'all, man. Look, keep going. Do not give up your voice, fellas. Nobody. And I appreciate everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Love.
All right, Dana. Appreciate
that, Dana.
You know what? I wanna piggyback on a point in that between Jeff and Dana. And Jeff was right to a certain degree when he said that white folks really didn't care about it. And Dana was also right to a certain degree also when he said the reason why black people turned back on R. Kelly was because the major the Don Society pretty much kind of pushed them into doing it as far as black people turning back on them. Now, the one thing that we all know is the dominant society like that, they don't do anything or make any kind of moves unless it profits them. So enter Surviving R. Kelly, the propaganda, him being due for his masters because the time is up for it.
Mm-hmm.
I got that exclusive audio I'm gonna be dropping from Senator Sane with that timeline. I'm gonna let the people hear that. We got new Black Panther. We got new Black Panther on the panel for the first time.
What's up, Big Vine?
We got Dean Bella, my bro, just came in. The topic of the night: should Kels stay or leave Chicago once free, man? New Black Panther, since you new to the platform, we're gonna let you come on in and introduce yourself, man, and let us hear your thoughts.
What up, Big Vine in the chat, and Dana and everybody. Big Vine, this is my first time chiming in, but I always listen to your show.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been rocking with you for a minute. I try to say what's up to the chat every time I drop in. I just wanted to chime in, Big Vine. I'm from Chicago, Inglewood, the South Side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One of the roughest parts in Chicago.
I love it. I love it when
yes,
Chicago.
sir. I grew up on 51st and Calumet, Panther.
Okay, I was 54th.
I love when Chicago come up in here, man.
Huh? Say what, Big Vine?
Yeah.
I said I love when Chicago in here. I don't know what David been at, man. I gotta try to get that minister, man. But I love when my Chicago people come in and speak, man. And if we not saying the right thing, come on, let us know what we want to know. What's the temperature like up there? We talk about Kel. We know it's cold.
I'm from 54th and Carpenter. That's pretty much where I was raised at over there. Big Vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been out to Chicago, Big Vibe, but I love my city. But at the same time, my city ain't nothing but a graveyard waiting to happen, bro. Everybody getting killed. Everybody getting, you know what I mean? So it's like, I've been telling Dana this too. By Kels having so much money, I ain't got nowhere near how much money Kels got. I got a little trucking company, you dig? So, it's like, bro, you got to move a certain way in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
You have to move a certain way in Chicago, because it's like when you got money, you keep your circle real small. Even if you don't got no money, keep your circle real small. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, bro, like I was telling Dana, when Kels get out, man, get that brother to go out the country, bro. Get him go out the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Africa or Egypt or whatever.
That's what I was saying, bro.
In Ghana. You know what I mean? So I come to Chicago, make my money. I go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? I don't play in Chicago no more because I want to live to see 70, 80 years old, see my great grandkids or whatever. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna get that chance if you're in Chicago and you got money. I've been robbed before in Chicago. I've been shot at before I've been in Chicago. So it's like, bro, why would anybody right now want to stay in a city that's a graveyard waiting to happen, bro? You can't raise no family there. You know what I mean?
Wow, man. My son is from Chicago, and back in 2021, my son, his mama, they moved from Chicago with her boyfriend at the time, with their Chicago mentality. Left Chicago and moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and my son's mom, along with this guy from Chicago with their Chicago mentality, in another city, caused my son's mom to be one victim in a triple homicide.
Wow. Sorry for your loss, bro.
My condolences, bro.
This the type of shit that I know.
Damn.
Just the stupid the mindset of Chicago and these young Chicago cats nowadays. I'm a young cat, but I understand principles. I'm no bigger than no city I go to. Just like I'm a gangster in my city, it's a gangster in another city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And to speak on what that brother just said, and once again, a big vibe. I didn't know that. My deepest condolences, bro.
Sorry for your loss, bro.
Yeah, but like the new Black Panther brother said, man, even if you got a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying, you got to get low. You know what I'm saying? You got to move a certain way because, like you said, you know what I'm saying? The wolves is out. Just if you got $100 in your pocket, you got to be careful.
You better say it. You better say it.
You know what I'm saying? Because man, Chicago is a different animal, man, and it's quick. It's a really quick city, and you got to be on your tippy toes. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody like Kels and all the love, and he's very street smart and he know how to move. But the city has changed tremendously, and I'm pretty sure Hughes and New Black Panther would agree. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, I call them young Thundercats. They mindset gone. They mindset gone. They shoot. They shooting as cops, man, in broad daylight and walking the street like it's nothing.
Nothing.
It's like, but when you tear up, you take the all the gang leaders off the streets, and you lock them up doing football numbers.
There you go.
And all the youth is out here looking to the streets for leadership. The Stones, the Vice Lords, the gangsters. It's like everything all broke up. Everybody clicked up now. You know what I mean? So it's like, what you gonna do? You riding around trying to hit licks. You popping pills. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
all this carjacking they doing.
They carjacking left and right.
They 14. They 14 and 15 years old, bro, doing this, man.
I was just on the expressway, and it seemed like a pattern. Like they throw something through the front windshield or the side window, and then they, you know what I'm saying, open the door and pull the person out. They target women. So your girl, man, make sure you know what I'm saying. She say if she got a nice car, or whoever, your sister, whoever, a female, man, they got a nice car. They got to be careful. And they even doing it in the suburbs now. You know, it was just in the city. That carjacking has moved really deep in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? And they target the women.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons.
Champlain.
Let's see. I'm sorry. You know, that's one of the reasons why my sister moved from Chicago and moved back home, because she had two sons, and she wanted to and she said she thought Chicago was too fast and a little bit too rough, and she wanted to raise her sons, my nephews, and then she wound up having a daughter later on. So and when the last time I was at home, she said, right now, I cannot picture myself raising 3 kids in Chicago right now.
No, it's insane too. It's damn near like you making your death wish. And it's like, I'm 43 years old. My son is 20 years old. And it's like, I'm trying my best to get him to come to Africa with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see him live. That'll break my heart to see me bury my only son. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, y'all, I don't see how people could do it, raise no family in Chicago. I don't see how. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm in the suburbs now, and my son about to go to high school. He finna graduate 8th grade, and I'm talking his mama into letting him come live with me because it's just too dangerous to go to high school. The kids ain't learning nothing. You know what I'm saying? Both my parents were educators. You know what I'm saying? Through the school system, they can tell you horror stories just with these kids. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what happens when you take that's when you happen when you take the father out the doorway of his home. It's always been a strategy to remove that strong man. And that's the only way you can spoil a man's goods. You got to first bind the strong man. You know what I mean? And that's what you have. And then you got unfortunately, our sisters being manipulated and to helping along with that process. You know what I mean? And the laws that they're changing, they get you distracted on Kels, Bill Cosby, any artist or whatever it is, and behind closed door, they change the laws that affect every man walking the planet, man. And that's why we kept saying this is bigger than this individual. This individual helped put the light on the thing, but this is the same thing Pac was talking about. It's the same thing Public Enemy was talking about. You know, that's why you don't hear the conscious rap no more. It was a strategy for that. That I'm not gonna let you open, and that's why they target Tupac. Because they saw the difference between what he was talking. If you study Pac's stuff, and you can attest to this, Jeff, a small percentage of Pac's body of work addressed, you know, the smoking, drinking, you know, the partying. It was a small percentage of that. That was part of the culture. That's how the business is. That's how the industry is. It's all entertainment. So, of course, you're going to have that. Duh, that comes with the thing. But the majority of his music and his activism, and every time he came to the mic, whether it's in an interview, poetry, whatever, he was trying to drive home the concept of we are being controlled in our communities across the globe by a committee of 300. We got to awaken ourselves out of our sleep. We got individuals that's elitist. And if you're not on board with their program to use you as a pawn to change the face of whatever their agenda is, then they coming at you. Because they control everything. They control the television, you know, everything that comes through that, it's called television program for a reason. They're telling you that we're programming you. And if you go against that concept and you think I'm lying, go on Facebook, go on Twitter, and say something against the elitists, meaning whatever the day's agenda is in the world, and you speak this positive, this goodness, this righteous stuff like this, and awaken people out of sleep. They flagging your page, they putting you in Facebook jail. They don't want none of that. I don't care if it's in music or nothing.
And that's why
in Facebook jail.
Yep.
And that's why
and that's what it is.
You know, when you talk about Pac, I always bring up one of my favorite things I hear Pac say. When Pac was so conscious on a whole different level. And the shit that this man was talking about in the 90s, how is this shit still revelation in the 2000s, 2023, this year? It's still present to this day.
Right.
Baby.
Yeah.
You
He
look
had
at
a phenomenal foresight. He had a phenomenal foresight.
These young kids, you got 13 and 14-year-old kids having kids. When Tupac say, Brother got a baby, but Brother barely got a brain. A damn shame this kid can't even spell her name. He talking to the community. But what did the community
They don't want that.
Tupac?
They don't want that, nephew.
Tell Tupac when he said that. He said, they told Tupac that's not our problem. That's up to Brenda family. But what did Tupac tell the community?
Well, let me show you how it affects the whole community.
How that affects the whole community.
Yeah.
You know what? Not to cut you off, but you know what? Pac, the reason Pac had a good man, because he grew up in a Panther household. His mom, Asada Shakur. They broke her out of jail, bro. Asada Shakur, she was locked up for killing some state troopers. The Panthers, they took her freedom, they destiny in their own hands. They went and got up out the court, and they got up out the country. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now, it's like they was more conscious then. I was in a Black Panther party, you know what I'm saying, under Hashim Nzinga in Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I mean? So I know everything about our heroes, our sheroes. It's like we got to train our kids who the enemy is. They've been our enemy for 500 years. We don't, I mean, everybody think, oh, I'm not racist, I'm not this. Bro, you have to be racist, bro. You gotta, that's insane for you to sit back and watch your kids, your future generation, you know what I'm saying, get slaughtered. If you train up a child in a way that they should go, train up the child to let them know who the open enemy is. Yes, we fight each other like a motherfucker, but at the end of the day, ain't nobody got nothing on no good white man. He killed us at about a boatload. You know what I'm saying? Literally, about a boatload coming over here. You know what I mean? So it's insane for y'all not to teach y'all kids their history and their herstory on who our open enemy is.
Hey, stay right there, brother. I hate to interject, but I want you to expound on this because I want to play devil's advocate and New Black Panther. What a lot of people would say, just to play devil's advocate right quick, is that we're leaving the community, to be in ruin. And it's strong brothers. It's strong brothers. I'm hearing some feedback.
Everybody mute up.
It's not me. It's not me.
That's probably me, bro.
Now, what the argument would be, like the brother just said, we have a common enemy. We all strong brothers on here, and we see that. The thought is when you have some type of self-awareness, when you are aware, man, I got to get out this jam. I got to save my family. So people would say that's an individual, decision. So we're leaving our community. But at the end of the day, if you can't help yourself, you can't help nobody else. So you have to get yourself up out of that jam to even help yourself to be able to help the community. Because if you stay there and unfortunately you put yourself in a position to fall victim to all of these different extremes that we're pointing out. So that draws us right back to Kale's situation. Oh, you left. You know what I'm saying? No. I left to save myself so I could come back to save others. Because if you stay in the same extremity, you are bound to fall prey to that same dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Same thing that Harriet Tubman did. You see, I could have saved 1,000 more slaves only if they would have recognized that they were slaves. So what am I saying? It's a mindset. What am I saying when I say that? There's no way you can get into a black man's community or an Asian man or a Hispanic man. I don't care what the race is. It don't matter. Whatever the culture, the ethnicity, I'm talking about all humanity. The Creator put the man in the doorway of his home, in the gate of his community to secure it. And if you want to infiltrate that particular community or that particular household, you must first bind that strong man in his mentality, his economics, his financial access, his wealth, his influence. You must bind that and lock him down. That's why isolation is the most worst torture you can do to a human being. Just to put him in isolation away from all humans. You'll go crazy.
That's crazy.
So that's how you infiltrate.
And you know what else also? I don't know if you
So knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. But if you don't execute that particular, knowledge is power. But if you don't utilize that knowledge effectively and execute it effectively in a proper manner, it can be destructive. And I yield back.
You know what, bro? It's like the so-called JEWS. I don't want to say that, get your channel struck or nothing like that. But the people that always crying about how they was put in the ovens and how Hitler did them, whatever. Bro, what about what happened to us for 500 years on an Atlantic slave trade, bro? They never bring it up, and then we still stuck in our ghettos. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what? Bro, it's like they always crying. They always bring somebody wrinkled, white man on here crying, or whatever man, crying. Oh, we just did so wrong. Bro, what about us? We was done wrong way longer than y'all was. And our plight with America happened over here in this soil. What happened to y'all was way over in another country somewhere. So, you know what I mean? So it's like who should really be sitting around here crying? We still in our Holocaust. We still in our Holocaust because we still in the ghettos. You know what I'm saying? We still in the jail cells. So, bro, ain't nobody got nothing on us, on our plight, our plight.
Well, respectfully, I'm just going to say this and you're back real fast. I just respectfully, humbly and graciously agree to disagree. Because I think as far as a particular ethnicity and culture, like the way you coined the phrase, you know what I mean? What happened to, I know that happened to them, but what happened to us? And we did experience that. I don't think we should even be getting back who deserve more. Because you can get lost in the sauce with all of that. And like I said, it's degree to disagree. I believe all humanity has been affected in some shape or form. And you have to continue to navigate through life to overcome that and let it not, keep you back. And I'll just leave that right there and let that breathe. You know what I mean?
You 100% right. We all have, bro, but the difference is they still are now a birthright. They got museums honoring them. They got paid. They got their reparations honoring them. We ain't got nothing, bro. So that's the difference between us and them. They stole our birthright, and then what happened with the movement in the 60s and the 70s or whatever, and Martin Luther King and everything. We know the history, but it's like we've been through 500 years. They've been through 30, how many years was the Holocaust? They don't compare to 500 years, bro, and still going on to this day. They don't compare,
We don't want to take the focus off of the main thing though right now.
Okay.
We gonna keep the focus at Chicago, the corruption in Chicago. We got Dean Bella. I don't know if he ready to speak yet. I know he be listening in, but if he ready to speak, Dean, you can speak. The topic of the night is: should Kels leave Chicago or stay?
What's up, everybody? What's up? My
What's up?
opinion. What's up, Unc? What's
Peace,
up,
bro. I
J-Rock?
gotta leave, bro. Peace to all y'all brothers in the chat.
What's
All right,
up?
be safe, my brother. Be safe, my brother.
All right, peace.
Be safe, new Black Panther. Hey, anytime we on, bro, if you want to hop on, man, hit the link.
Okay, appreciate it, bro.
What's up, Jeff? I ain't even see Jeff over there. What you call
Yo,
it?
what up, Dan? Peace and blessings, brother. Happy New Year.
Same to you. But my opinion, I don't know. Like, should Kels leave? Like, I think Kels loves Chicago too much to even do that. I really think he ain't gonna do that. Like, he let's look at it. Like, when he got money, he ain't go nowhere else but to Atlanta. But he still had his cribs in Chicago at the same time. So I really don't think he gonna leave. And I feel like most of his hate is gonna be towards Atlanta, not so much Chicago. Cause it was only one accuser from Chicago was Geronda.
Hell no. All of this corruption is in Chicago.
No.
Yeah, well, you right. When
remember what Martin Luther King said. Remember what Martin Luther King said, and he was one that could be respected from what he said. He had visited down in Mississippi, Alabama, where the most racist, Ku Klan, and he said when he visited Chicago, Illinois, he had never seen that much racism. And recently here in Chicago, a couple of months back, they had on the news that Chicago was rated amongst one of the most corrupt cities in the nation.
That's crazy.
Shit, because in
the nation, nephew.
Al Capone.
So you got to have some heavy hitters on your team when you fighting cases. So why you think they did Chicago and then New York? It was a reason for that, bro. They know what they was doing, but they never, and I yield back, Dean Bella, they never expected Miss Jennifer Bonjean. God bless her from heaven.
Cause not for nothing, Unc, when you sit there and look at it, they could have tried. They could have had put the whole case in one thing. But what they want you to worry about is, you might could get one conviction overturned, but try doing two.
Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead.
Try doing two. Don't get me wrong. We here for Kels. Like we love him dearly. We want nothing but the best for him. Two ain't easy. One ain't easy. Two, they gonna make you.
No, but you know what happened though? Once a BOP officer access your confidential jail records and share them with a YouTube blogger by the name of Tasha K, which then share this confidential emails and calls with a federal witness in the New York case. Then that federal witness and her parents share this information with a confidential informant in Las Vegas, which then that confidential informant share this information with a Chicago prosecutor. Now you been colluded in both cases.
Yeah.
Now that's a fact. That's gonna mess them up also. That's gonna mess them up.
Yeah.
Because what you call it? Because automatically, you violated his rights off top. That was not supposed to go. As I said before, looking at his records and stuff ain't a crime, but the fact that you sent his records out to somebody to put his business out there, that goes to show you I didn't stand a chance from the get-go, because y'all knew how to game plan around my strategy. You get what I'm saying? How I'm gonna fight you when you know all my moves.
Right. Just my thing that I think we mentioned it before, but we keep on talking about due process, but people don't probably remember that part of the due process. I think the nephew Vibe mentioned it. Part of the due process is being able to earn, have your funds so you can get your lawyer, you can get a proper defense and all of that. People overlooking that if they can do this and get away with it at this level of type of individual, don't think that the average person, Brother Jeff, walking the street can't be touched like this, who don't have, you know what I mean, the means or the help with somebody like a Jennifer Brown Jean and all of that. What do that say for the common person, bro?
Of course, definitely.
We screwed.
Definitely. But hold up, this is why I always go back. Why you think they threw on the RICO? Once I put that RICO on you, I can expunge. I could violate any funds that come in throughout you fighting that case. Give me that. That's ours.
Hey, Miss Prima Donna, that's right. Padded cases. Yep, there you go, Prima Donna. Yep, there you go, sis. Sure enough. Yep.
And make no mistake, I think that it's not so much the people of Chicago, because Kels know how to navigate that. It's the corrupt power structure in Chicago that is salty. That's salty about 2008. That has a vendetta against R. Kelly, because he can survive the people of Chicago, because we all know this is fabricated, allegations, and the man wouldn't have been able to survive in a city like Chicago if he was running around for 30 years violating children.
That's right,
so
bro.
We know that.
Thank you.
That's right. That's
Chicago don't get down like that. They don't tolerate none of that. You can't move nowhere, and they know that's on your name.
Yo, Jeff, they don't understand. That's a big slap in the face to the community of Chicago, because it's like, it's like, it's not like he got on and went elsewhere and started doing this. They trying to put it out there like he's doing this in front of y'all faces in his own town. Come on, like cut the games, like. And as I said, if the man was out here dipping and dabbling with 16 and 17-year-olds. Y'all showed me nothing but shit that came back from the 90s, bro. Y'all couldn't show me nothing recently.
But
as I said,
I look at this shit though, and I think about this KSK.
You can't turn off your like for little girls. It's not happening. You're gonna have to go through serious. You're gonna have to go through serious. You have to go through serious therapy and counseling for you to do all of that. And we know Kels ain't never been to no therapist or none of that shit.
I'm gonna say this before Lil Mac get in here. I don't know if we're gonna get Lil Mac or Tim Savage or Angelo tonight, but I'm gonna say this before we get into here. When I look back over this Kels thing, I'm telling y'all, man. When I went and researched, when I seen the movie Judas the Black Messiah, then I went and researched what really took place with Fred Hampton. To see that the city of Chicago took a criminal off the streets of Chicago, turned him into a government informant, planted him into the Black Panthers.
Into the circle.
Because they wanted to intercept what was going on in the Black Panther community, because those people were sticking together. They were building a village. They had an outreach center for the children to come get help with their work after school, breakfast program, giving them food for the families that couldn't afford to get their children meals. They had something set up so that all the Black community could thrive, and for the government, first tactic they tried to use was turn the Black Peace Stone Rangers against the Black Panthers. They tried to start a war between the two Black sectors, but that did not work. And once that did not work, the federal government in Chicago went in and raided the Black Panthers' home and shot and killed these people and lied to say that they were being shot at when they attacked these people in their sleep. So
same way they do it today.
When I look back at the corruption, even Al Capone, the corruption with the Al Capone case, when you go and look up, go Google corruption in Chicago, that shit gonna go back so far. And it's still going on. Right now today. But I'm a year back my time. I don't know who we gonna get. Lil Mac, Tim Savage, or Angelo. But
His
what
name
up,
is
Lil
Mr.
Mac?
I gave him a new name, Lil Mac. I gave him a new name. I gave Tim Savage a new name, Mr. Hollywood.
Get my million.
Lil Mac, you gotta give us Tim Savage today.
Y'all want Tim today?
Yeah, whatever. Hey, whatever you feel, Lil Mac. Do it your way.
Yeah, Ted Rob, he got a wife for life, and I'm gonna go on and make my million. Once the Savage called a Savage, another Savage brother, it's over with.
Boy, you should have took drama school, boy. Have mercy, boy.
But it's never gets old.
Mac, Happy New Year, Lil Mac. Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year to all y'all guys, man. Love y'all guys, man. It's always good to chop it up with y'all, man.
Man,
I was just peeping in, and when y'all was talking about Kels, about she moved out of the city of Chicago. I think he need to do it. I think he needed to for a while to get a peace of mind, but I also don't think he needs to run, because it's like the more you run, anywhere he go in the city of the states of the United States, he gonna be a target, man. Just like Bill, they ain't gonna let up on him, man. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they gonna keep messing with him. Look at what they doing to Bill. So it's possible he should. If he do go somewhere, he need to go out the country.
That's what I said. Out to the United States.
Because if he stay in the States, they're gonna kill him, because they gonna you think they were mad at him when he won in 2008? They damn sure gonna be pissed when he get acquitted. He's gonna get acquitted because there's too much corruption. This situation with this BOP officer, that alone, this man should be out there outside walking out. He should be out right now with his fiance.
Yep.
Man, you mean to tell me a BOP officer working in the jail can take somebody federal, phone calls, conversation with his lawyers, conversation with his girlfriend who was a Jane Doe in the case, give it to a blogger, and she spreads around the whole world what this man been saying on his private phone call. Come on now, man. And ain't no uproar in it. Because ain't no uproar in it, because it's we the blame. Oh, R. Kelly guilty, man. He married Aaliyah, man. He was on that tape. That's why they getting away with this shit.
Yep.
Because
that's the only
they
thing
ain't
they
get
got.
past
The
the
only two
rumors.
things they got.
We so stuck. Well, not us, because we see through the BS. But they so stuck on these rumors. They let the government corrupt. Corrupt his case and do all this to him. So
and they personal, whatever probably happened to him, little man. That's why I always say, Jeff, it's important for you to go get help from your issues. Because if you don't do that, you can have to be an adult, you can have children, and you can poison your seed. Because you have not dealt with that. You can't properly look at something unbiased. You just can't. And there's people that pull the strings, they see that and they manipulate that. That's the tragedy with this whole thing, to the point that they use this to change laws. Like Prima Donna worded. I had it word, but she is raped by coercion. I think once I thought it was raped by seduction. So you gonna take and make a law to ruin men because if a person feels some type of way of the date didn't go this, they don't do this, they can bring up some false charges on me to get me taken away from life? What in the world?
And this is my personal opinion, you guys. I've been thinking about this. It's been on my mind since Big Vibe, live the other day. But that BOP officer, she protected by the government. I think that she was, brought in to get those jail records to do what she did. Because why ain't nobody making no uproar about it?
Right. And then
I think she's well protected by the government. Because
that motherfucker access R. Kelly jail records way in Wisconsin.
I got R. Kelly jail records. I ain't got no beef with that man. Now I'm over here in Africa because I'm broke and Cardi B took out my money.
Trying to run. You can run, but you can't hide.
I ain't like Cardi B. I ain't gonna see your ass right now. I want to have a conversation. I want to face to face. Tell the goddamn shit that my wife slept with R. Kelly.
You got 72 hours.
Tasha K.
He talking about he want his daughter back, but he on YouTube calling this woman everything but the child of God. Be this, be that. What type of man are you, man? You talking about you want to talk to this man, but you sitting there cussing out at the same time.
Well,
he's not a man. He's a little boy.
I'll tell you what. Please, somebody explain to me why the hell Tasha K. looking like an extra from coming to America when she was interviewing Natasha Simone. Why the hell was she? What was she trying to prove? Because I would tell you right now, if I'm R. Kelly right now, I'm thinking Nas had a song in 1999 called "Hate Me Now." And I'm telling you, you hate me before, or you gonna hate me now because it's on site. I'm suing you. You talk about I'm gonna come out with a new album, and the name of my album is gonna be called Tsunami. SUENA. That's exactly what the hell you gonna get.
And make no mistake, bro. The thing that the narrative that people want to spin is that, oh, you'll be that's not running, that's not being scared, that's being smart. You know what I'm saying? That's moving.
Being wise. Being wise.
You know,
you can never underestimate your opponent, your enemy.
I'm trying to understand how it is. You dismiss this case with prejudice or with what however it is with prejudice or with one way is you can never come back and fuck with this man again about this shit ever. And I think that when you dismiss it, let me Google it to be correct. But when you dismiss this case with prejudice, that means they cannot come and try him for this shit ever again. But Chicago doesn't deserve him. The man need to go buy him about 20 acres of land, build him a house.
The black community don't deserve R. Kelly.
Huh?
The black community don't deserve R. Kelly.
Facts.
You tell me this man over 30 years, he got them. Look how many babies was born off his music. Look how many saying? This man, people were stepping in the name of love. This man, look at all this music provider, and it take one goddamn docu-series or some lying females to turn y'all back on him. We pitiful as a people. I can't put that on Chicago because everybody in that black skin.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. It's
fact.
Right, man. I can't put that on his city like that because his city ain't the only one that did.
I agree with that, Matt. Yeah, I agree with that.
Come on, like that mean, it ain't a black cookout if you don't hear "Step in the Name of Love" or "Ignition" there. I'm sorry.
Right. And
if you don't hear those two songs,
I got it, y'all. It says when a court dismisses an action, they can either do it so with prejudice or without prejudice. Dismissing with prejudice means the plaintiff cannot refile the same claim again in the court. So if they need to when they dismiss him, they need to dismiss him with prejudice, so they cannot come back with this shit ever again.
Yep. And that's a great point. And I'll go back to a previous point. Y'all mentioned about all the corruption in Chicago and everything that Kells had to deal with. Hell, I'll throw out another Chicago name for y'all. John Burge.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, back in the 80s. Yeah, in the 80s, falsely accused a lot, man. Yeah.
There was so many people that were wrongly arrested and still was serving jail time because of him harassing black men, false imprisonment, beating false confessions out of them, using waterboarding and even cattle prods as far as police brutality. And the only reason why he got caught up was because he perjured himself on another case. Then he had to wind up leaving. Then he had to serve his time in Florida. And I remember I saw an interview with some guy when a reporter had interviewed him and was talking about, because he was serving like 4 years. I don't know if it was in Tampa, somewhere in Florida. But they asked him, they said, well, if you serve your time, you come back to Chicago. He said no. He said he doesn't want to go back to Chicago. He said there's too many people that want him dead.
But this scenario, man, what if Michael Avenatti, you know what I'm saying, some PR officer would have leaked his information about his phone call? I bet that man would have got out on technicalities. He'd be out of jail right now.
Right.
But it is us that, you know what I'm saying, people even still got done saying, well, what that got to do with anything? He guilty. Like, come on, man, y'all don't know how they violated that. That's because
they say that because they don't have any other basis to stand on. They can't show us what this man has done. I saw here a couple nights ago and broke down this whole marriage certificate shit. I tell people, come over here. You want to come see? I talk about the marriage certificate. I told people, I challenge y'all how the fuck this shit happened. If in the state of Illinois, the person performing the goddamn marriage, the person performing the ceremony is responsible for filing the marriage, then how the fuck Demetrius Smith how the fuck did Nathan Edmond get a certificate to Demetrius Smith to go file it?
Right. And then why the hell you mean to tell me R. Kelly, all right, let's say he did marry an underage girl. Like you said, Big Vi, who will break the law to know what I'm saying, to cover up another law by breaking another law? That don't make sense.
You try to
cover up one crime by doing another crime.
And who would give their damn own personal marriage? Big Vi, would you give your marriage certificate to Vi? Like who does that? Why would he give his marriage? That let you know it was a publicity stunt right there. Demetrius Smith got that damn marriage license and he sold it to Vibe, and I think Barry, you know what I'm saying, had a part to play in there too. Because that was holding up his head.
Lil Mac, that's the thing about it, because that marriage certificate, it wasn't Demetrius Smith had it, true indeed, but Demetrius Smith was the one that leaked it to Vibe magazine. And see, because it was in his possession. So So I don't know if now the only thing I can say is I don't know really if Demetrius Smith gave it to Vibe himself or he gave it to Barry and Barry leaked it to Vibe.
Hell no, he sold that bitch to Vibe. Vibe paid him. That nigga went to the crack house and that motherfucker went to smoking.
Yeah. One of those two things happened.
You see what he told?
Why he was getting high with Bruce?
Look, you see what he told Sylvia. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Shout out to Sylvia, infamous Sylvia, on the recorded phone call. He talking about the book. He kept on referencing to chapter 7. He kept asking Sylvia, did you read chapter 7? We got some static in the background, but he kept referencing to chapter 7. So Sylvia said, what was in chapter 7? This fool Demetrius said that's when I was smoking dope. Boy, that fell out the chair when he said that.
Oh man. Wow.
Man, see, Rob didn't have nobody that was around him that genuinely loved him. Like he didn't have those type of people around him.
Right.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying, took advantage of
And that's why I said the same thing about Tupac. Same thing with Pac. Same thing with Pac. Same thing, man.
I agree with that too. He didn't have nobody like far as like what he did with Death Row, you know what I'm saying? He made a great impact with them, but Pac, you know what I'm saying? We all know Pac was a hothead. He spoke his mind. He gonna, you know what I'm saying, tell what he got to say. But being with that Death Row crew, you got Bloods and Crips, and he just got out of jail. Like that was a bad move for him, though. If you go back and think about it, that being in that environment, you know what I'm saying? You got Snoop Dogg, who just at that time was facing a murder trial. Then you got Suge, he was doing his different little things.
Lil Mac, but Pac was thinking strategically though. He already had his record out of the gutter records, but see, Pac was trying to kill two birds with one stone. He was trying to get out of that, the contract he was. So, I mean, that's what he was not. I mean, what choice really did he have? You know what I mean?
Right. But people don't know he was really never signed to Death Row. He was just
right.
Yeah, he had his own label going, and he was going to fill those obligations with those 3 albums he did before he died. He was free to leave Death Row. People think he was going to, but he I know the type. He was too smart for Death Row. He was too big for Death Row. He was going to outgrow Death Row.
Right.
Yeah, they borrowed him the $5 million. He had to repay them. But he had his own record label. He put his first album out on. He just needed to get out of jail at the time. He got into business with them, But and I just would love to see. I would love to see this. See Kels just finally be able to go and do what he loved to do. Like he say, I'm ready to come home. I'm ready to get back to my fans, my kids, the studio, the stage.
Yeah.
I would just love to see this man just be able to come back and finally get a fair chance at living his life without having to always be cautious of the people around him and the shit that can come back to hunt him that people just allege. Like you say, I believe that, man. We say, why would I, with my way back messed up past, want to hold somebody hostage unless they need to go get shoes from their uncle house down the street? Like a lot of this shit for people. I look at the people like CBS, Gayle King, Lifetime, and this is what I want people to understand. When I put up the video that I put up earlier today, and I made the collage, I consider that collage is the collage to freedom because of the BOP phone call and what it was used and how the phone call and the emails was used between the New York and the Chicago case to tie it in and show how both cases should be dismissed. But how they say we are enablers because we support the injustice, I say Lifetime is an enabler.
Yeah, CBS when they say that, that's a deflect. Yeah, that's a deflected statement.
Me too is an enabler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Time Up is an enabler. Yeah. They enable these goddamn women to be able to go run around and tell these lies and not be held accountable. Lifetime, but Lifetime held Alice Clare accountable. Why was she on The Last Surviving R. Kelly? Because they knew that she fucking got caught texting her daughter, telling her daughter to seduce R. Kelly. So they couldn't have her likeness and image on the last surviving R. Kelly. That's why she wasn't on.
I can't bet you not. Her and Lisa Van Allen, they'll never do another interview again after court. Them two right there, I know for sure never do another interview again. But what these transcripts and all this stuff out, man, it's like, man, if you sit back and look at all this, man, it's like I can name 5 people off top that, you know what I'm saying, that's crooks in this situation. You got Angelo with the shit he doing to his own people that were supporting him. Allegedly, he, you know what I'm saying, was taking their identity and getting loans and shit out their money. Then you got Michael Avenatti with the, he, you know what I'm saying, the situation with Stormy Daniels and all what he did and stole his client's money and embezzled money. Then you got Tim Savage, no Jerry Curl Savage over there.
Miss Hollywood. Miss Hollywood.
Taking when Jocelyn come home, he recording her, secret recording, trying to get a show. Shout out to Dana J. He did a great live exposing that fraud. Then you got somebody like Demetri Smith, known to do what Kels, you know what I'm saying, allegedly they're accusing him of. And he got criminal allegations in his background.
Yeah, he a career criminal.
Then you got this Asante McGee. She got a goddamn criminal record bigger than
career criminal.
Career criminal bigger than probably all of us on this panel. She you can't even. She got about 10 mugshots I see so far.
Don't forget Tim beat the shit
everywhere in this situation. But
Tim beat the shit out of Johnson. He got a domestic assault on him.
Right.
And also, I got another one for you. I also got another one for you. Let's not forget, and I was saying this for a while. Let's not forget Larry McGee.
Brad McGee, Informant McGee, Mr. Inspector Gadget himself.
And the reason why I really bring this up because remember, I think Dana had a live and he said this, and Larry said this on the live when Dana had that part when Larry started talking in regards to Angelo, and he said a part. He said I didn't get your daughter in this shit. You got your daughter in this shit, and then. When the point when AZ was at the Trump, Larry said, I was calling your phone, I was blowing up your phone, the phone you had underneath the sink, which goes back to
I heard that when he said that.
Which goes back to the argument that I said that when Azrael had that phone, that was not R. Kelly on that phone, that was probably Larry on that phone, and they cut the camera off, and she was already on it, but it was Larry posing as R. Kelly.
I don't see how this man even be on live trying to give information to people and try to put identification from jail. That's down bad, man. You stand from people that they can't do nothing for themselves. They on lockdown. You taking their identification.
But if you look at it though, look at it now though, little man. You see,
that's a
now, little man. Now think about what Larry did, right? Was stealing those people jail records and taking out loans and shit. Now ain't that the same shit that they trying to accuse Angelo of doing?
Right.
It's shit crazy now. Like they say, he's good for the goose, good for the gander. But we're gonna let's listen to Angelo. Let's listen to Angelo talk about why they so concerned now that this shit that came out about the BOP officer. I'm gonna play this clip and we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. But let's hear why they running scared right now. This the reason why they running scared.
Jennifer on their behind.
You know what? And see, this is my thing because I'm watching everything that's going on, and don't none of y'all seem happy that like Kels is locked up. Like it's still.
That's what you gotta understand. With me, I'm still dealing with my daughter, my child, who's fucked up, and this is why motherfuckers like this old smart dummy over there, and that side chick, none of them can ever understand. because they rock that shit all day long. Keep saying ass this, that, this. Y'all keeping that shit going. Because if they didn't speak about it, it wouldn't be keep going. But they speak about it because you need channels, you need growth now, this and that, and that's fine. But don't get mad when I speak on something and it's about my life. Because y'all invading my space and making my life into a different type of lifestyle. Because now I got to watch the internet again, see what this shit is, watch my family. Because how this shit going with this motion, guess what? Azrael could be pulled back in on some shit because of life.
Wait.
Well.
Why you say that? Why you say
real well? Because of the motions. Did you read the motion? Read the motion.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So they they might call her in and be like, "Did you get
exactly. Now
the
we need to exactly. Now we need to hear
run
this
it back.
part and that part again.
Yeah.
Yes. So now when she thinking she moving her life on, this dummy done dragged her in there because he want to be on his YouTube talking about, oh yeah, I got this, and we seen that, and you seen his father there, his mother there, this and that. Man, we was visiting. My wife never stayed at that fucking house. My son never stayed at his house. What the fuck is he talking about? His mother there, this and that.
But you know they might because they saying they might pull you too, because she ain't say your name.
I promise. Listen to me.
Because
I promise you they ain't gonna call me.
You too, because she ain't saying.
Listen to me. I promise you. I promise you they ain't gonna call me. Listen to me. I promise you.
Boy, he blaming Larry. He said Larry need to shut the fuck up.
Everything that's going on, and don't none of
somebody got some playback.
You gotta understand with me.
It's not me.
I'm still dealing with my daughter, my child, who's fucked up.
He full of crap. He full of crap.
This old smart dummy over there.
He full of crap when you say that. You need to go step off the cliff, man.
Because they rock this all day long, keep saying ass this, that, this. Y'all, if they didn't speak about it, it wouldn't be keep going.
No, he the one who making it keep going.
Because you need channels, you need growth now.
That's a deflection.
But don't get mad when I speak on something and it's about my life. Because y'all invading my space and making my life into a different type of lifestyle.
You did check yourself.
Watch the internet again.
You full of crap. You full of crap.
Sound like he's trying to cover his tracks up.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
He won't
That's why you think he's talking to some idiots.
He want Larry to be quiet because he don't want his daughter to be implicated. He don't want his daughter to be implicated again, so he want Larry to be quiet. But your daughter gonna be implicated because she stole the money. She went to the fucking jail and told R. Kelly, I heard the conversation. I saw the email.
Yep.
So, you know, it is what it is, man. Your boy Dana J, he getting his line set up over there. He might be having some exclusives. He been on Tim ass like a goddamn license plate on a bumper.
Leave him alone now. This ain't got nothing to do with you or Angelo. I'm trying to make my millions now. I ain't got no time for this now.
All right, Mr. Hollywood.
He called Dana. He called
Dana.
These jokers are clowns, man. They clowns, bro. They clowns, bro. They are low. They a poor excuse for a man.
Handler, like.
I ain't got no respect for them as men at all. None. They need to go walk off a cliff. And I mean that from the bottom pit of my soul. What type of father, man, moves like that, talks like that, behaves in such a manner? You less than a man, man.
Yeah,
I can't have no respect for that, man. And talking up under your daughter's clothes and talking up under your daughter's clothes. Now, what kind of sick man? Let me yield back, man, because the old me coming out. So let me just yield back.
Yeah, they crazy, man. They crazy, man.
I want her to come home, got this thing right. She got to come stay with me. She got
now, Tim, now you knew Mason had nothing to do with that, and you want me to lie on a man? I'm not gonna lie on a man that had nothing to do with that. Man did not threaten you, Tim.
About that low, I can't talk about that low down there. If you want those records, go to Georgia and get them records. I can't talk about that no more. That's a serious case. What I want you to do is stay out my wife's business and stay out of my business and worry about your goddamn daughter that you sold out of high school to a predator.
Tim, what about Tasha K?
Nah, I don't know about Tasha K. She over down in Africa. And you know what? Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Because she done took my money. She lied on my wife. My wife slept some motherfucking R. Kelly. I know my wife ain't selling no motherfucking R. Kelly. My lawyer know about why I ain't selling no motherfucking R. Kelly. Show me the proof. Show me the proof. I don't like this, but I just want to have a conversation with her.
Now, Tim, what about Faith Rogers, Tim?
If I don't know, that's Memphis.
What about Faith? What did he say about Faith?
Yeah, she lying. She told her mom to go back and get some motherfucking. Yeah, she know the bitch lying. Chairman, no. Yeah, I told her. She know the truth. Yeah, I told her. Oh, that bitch lying. Jada was lying. She got something there going on. She don't want to talk about all kind of shit.
Hey, he say, hey, look back. He said the bitch lose Kelly. He said
right.
The bitch lose Kelly.
Right.
Sure did say that.
He go. Then he started talking. He said, "Nigga, you crazy."
Boy, you going in and out, little Mac.
I'm a why. Yeah, I'm gonna get why I was in the bathroom with R. Kelly for 2 motherfucking hours and your daughter's in the other room.
Now, low, you know my goddamn wife ain't slept with no goddamn R. Kelly. Boy, and we haven't been entertained by this goddamn Hollywood savage. This dude has been anything but exceptional, man. When his ass go to jail, they need to be giving him his Oscar for the best performance.
On the real.
You going
on the real.
Little Mac, you going in and out, little Mac, real bad. We hearing every other word.
Don't put my Yeah.
What's up, Chi-Town Finest? What's up, Chi-Town Finest? Yeah. Lil Mac, you going in and out real bad, bro. You might need to go out and come back in, Lil Mac. Goddamn Tim, tap your goddamn phone over there. I told that goddamn Lil Mac about playing on me. I told that Lil Mac about playing on me. Now I tapped your motherfucking phone. You won't be acting like me tonight, goddamn. Tim Savage. I'm Tim Savage. Y'all the Temptation. Oh yeah, but you know what though? I do want to tell y'all. I do want to say something though, man. I appreciate y'all fellas, man, so much, bro, because these are the positive conversations that get spread throughout the universe, man, and people are able to sit in and listen to when we are not on here going back and forth with each other, cursing each other out, disrespecting, over talking, or anything in that nature. And this is how the message get out. We have the type of conversation that intrigue people to want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the more we talk, the more we say this, the more we bring out that, people sit in and listen, and then guess what? These are the type of conversation that change people's perspective of how they look at R. Kelly, how they look at the case itself, you know, because a lot of people don't know a lot of the things that took place. So when we are able to articulate and break it down the way that we do, it helps people understand what has took place. And like Jennifer Bonjean says, and see if there has been a miscarriage of justice. And that we have all witnessed in this case that it has been exactly that, a miscarriage of justice.
Yep.
You know, so I appreciate each and every one of you, even New Black Panther that came on tonight. The more we stand and the more we started, the more we continue to stand, and the more people continue to join, and sooner or later, they ain't gonna have no choice but to stand and listen to what we got to say.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all of you guys. You know, they come on and we be able to chop it up and have a adult conversation to where everybody is able to get their point of view across. And tonight, I feel like when we talk about should Kels leave Chicago or should he stay, I think we all made some good points as far as a good reason for him to leave, and some people even gave reasons why he should just leave the country. You know, Chicago, sometimes you outgrow your circumstances, right? You know, you get you a pet snake, you might have them in a jar. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to put that pet snake in a box. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to put that pet snake in a cage. But at some point, you're gonna realize, guess what? I gotta get this goddamn snake out of my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just outgrow your environment. And at this point in
Exactly.
he has outgrown his environment. You know,
I agree.
there's nothing that Chicago can do for him besides give him a peace of mind when he think about his mother.
Right.
But other than that, you know, his passion for McDonald's, like one of the supporters was saying last night, he designed a McDonald's in Chicago. If he designed a McDonald's in Chicago, he can design a McDonald's on his own land. Go somewhere where you can buy you some land. And you build like you see Lil Boosie building a community. You know, but he's not building no community in Louisiana. He's building his community in Atlanta, where he went and bought acres of land.
Yep. Yeah.
You know,
and then think he bought some more land beside it. Yeah.
So it sometimes when you have to understand, when you outgrow your environment, when you overachieve your contracts, sometimes, you know, you have to know what they say when you playing poker. You got to know when to hold. You got to know when to
fold. Yep.
Simple as that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. The people in the chat, make sure y'all share the live, share the content, because the content has been fire. The reception that we have been getting on these live panels that we've been doing over the past week has been exceptional, man. I mean, way beyond anything that I have seen since I've been doing commentary on this YouTube. You know, the comments from people. And if I haven't got back to your comment, left a heart and like, or you know, I try to respond back to most of the comments, but the comments have been so flooded to where I can't even, it's out of my control. But that's God's way of showing me that I'm moving in the right direction.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
And we just gonna keep bringing these positive conversations. So, Lil Mac, J Rock, you know, I'm gonna sit back, let y'all say y'all closing statement, and if it's, you know, and if anything y'all want to say in the closing statement, you know, just, you know, y'all got the flow, and when y'all get done, we gonna segue up out of here.
All right, I'm gonna start off first, based on what nephew just said. Keep putting the in the work, keep putting the truth out. I'm gonna say it like Pac said it. Success is not a faithful girlfriend. So once you got your foot in the door of success, you got to keep mashing. Like nephew said, keep mashing, keep pushing, Keep pushing, keep putting the work in, keep putting it out there, keep putting it out there. And let's not be weary in the good that we're doing. Know that it's working. It may not seem like it's getting the results how we want it to, but just know, like nephew said, we on the right track. We've been seeing some progress. Things been coming to the light. Stuff is being exposed. And that's what happens when you're a person of integrity and you're on that righteous path. And bless everybody in the chat and the panel, and bless your nephew. And I yield back.
I guess I go next. I can't stand on, man. My current activator. Wait, no, I need to go get my current. Yeah. I'm trying to get my curve right now. I'm saying I'm trying to get this. I got a photo shoot tomorrow. I'm Hollywood. I got to make my millions. I got a wife for life.
Mr. Hollywood.
Hollywood. That's who he is.
Hollywood singer.
Hey,
you remember that J Rock?
He put that damn Bluetooth head down.
Yeah.
I don't got the Bluetooth head.
Hollywood swing.
It died on me.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. It's always good to talk to y'all, brothers, man.
Man.
All these panels, man, with y'all, with Big Vibe, J Rock, Big Bro Jill, OG, News Black, Dean, my boy Dean Bella. Man, it's always, man, good to chop it over with y'all, man. But with one thing I want everybody to do, man, listen to what Kale said, man, on that last phone call he did with Storm. It ain't about, you know what I'm saying, this beefing and back and forth. Nope. It ain't about, you know what I'm saying, your favorite blogger here and there and all that, man. It's about Kale. If you don't get along with somebody, let them, you know what I'm saying, do them and you do you, and just keep spreading awareness for Kale. You ain't got to, know what I'm saying, pitch your horse to somebody else way to support this man. Just do your own thing.
Right.
And then I always got to say, man, it's very important that we keep talking about this BOP officer and what Tom's case is, because this is very serious. Because we don't know, this lady could be doing it to anybody, man. If they did this to R. Kelly, they could have been doing it. It could have been happening to anybody. Like this right here is a situation where Chaos could have did a favor for the next people to come along, because if nobody do nothing about this, this lady can keep on doing it. So we gotta not only, know what I'm saying, keep spreading that, not just for Chaos, but for the next person she might try this with. But and also, man, Tim Savage, No Curl, S Curl, and Hip Low, y'all some crooks. Y'all know y'all down bad for what y'all did, and like you say, man, you reap what you sow, man. And when they were not right now, I think they finna reap it, man. Because what don't come out of watch, what don't come out of watch will come out of the rinse, and all they lies is catching up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm glad it is, man, because it could happen to a nicer person. I feel like that Clara guy, he need to go to jail along with his wife. Tim, I don't even know why he talking, because his wife is grown, and this the message to him though, man. If he listening, dude, your daughter, R. Kelly, these enablers and all that, ain't nobody keeping you from your daughter, man. It's you, man. Somebody need to get that man a reality check. It's you. You coming on these lives and saying all this crazy stuff and talking crazy like somebody keeping you from your daughter. Nah, man, it's you. You got to stop coming on here saying all this crazy stuff, man. Ain't nobody trying to keep you from your daughter. Your daughter's upset with you because of the stuff that you're doing.
Right.
Just chill, man, and pray. Your daughter, she within due time, I believe she sincerely will talk to you, but he got to stop doing what he's doing. And that's
He's too immature.
I don't even want that young lady not to be talking.
He's too immature. He's too immature and too much of a narcissist.
Right. Yeah. He trying to play victim, but we see what was up.
He real prideful. He real prideful.
Yeah,
he's a narcissist.
Let that go, man.
I ain't never advocated.
Man. Y'all that already got this man, you know what I'm saying, facing 30, man. And y'all into it with y'all daughter and all that, man. Just chill and pray and let her come around. Stop getting on him, man. If you truly about your daughter, it's about your daughter, man. You wouldn't be going to him do a documentary, get on Instagram Live and saying all this and saying all that, man. If you
talk about her under her clothes,
and that's
you
real,
talk
man.
about your daughter under her clothes to the world, bro.
Yeah, man. You can't do stuff like that, man. And I'm not. And I'm not knocking him though, because if I had a daughter, know what I'm saying, I would want my daughter to talk to me, but he got to get right of what he did wrong. He got stop blaming everybody else for your mess up. It's your fault she's not talking to you. And clearing them, it ain't no hope for him. After what it came out about them, they can hang it up. I know nobody needs to be even trying to associate with them right now, because who the hell, know what I'm saying, your 18, even your 18-year-old daughter, whether she legal or illegal, have your wife, know what I'm saying, coercing to be with this damn man. And then y'all lied, and he facing 30 years because of shit y'all did. And Tasha K, you down bad too for what you did with this BOP officer. You knew that man was in jail at the time you got those records, because you couldn't get him if he went in jail. He wouldn't be no jail record. And I'm just, man, it's come to a point where everybody just got to get it together, man. And I pray that, Rob be released, because he don't deserve to be in there, man. If he's so guilty, why all this corruption going on surrounding him? Why y'all got to do all this to bring him down then? If he's truly guilty like y'all claim y'all be, it won't take all this. But I'm rambling, man. I'm finna get off it, man. Like I said, man, it's always a pleasure, man, to talk to y'all guys, chop it up, man. Free Kels, man.
Right. Appreciate that, Lil Mac. I guess it's on me right now. So shout out to everybody on the panel once again. Everybody was on Lil Mac, who just dipped out. Big bro Jeff, my boy Jeff, Dana who continues doing his thing, Black Panther, Muse, Dean, everybody in the chat, love each every last one of y'all. Also, shout out to Angelo for his new project. He's gonna have our called Hypocrisy, HIPOCRACY. That
J-Rock.
That's coming out real soon. And, not to be outdone, Tim gonna have his own. Tim got a couple projects coming out. Soul Glow 2.0 and
Hollywood.
And also the a feature film that's gonna be coming out called Hollywood Struggle: The Search for a Better Curl. So that really coming out. That's supposed to be.
Don't be surprised if you see him on the new Crisco grease when you go in the store.
Don't have that chicken close to him.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Thank you.
But I never do no crime.
Never do no crime. Shoot, but once again, I said it before. Said it again. The Lil Mac actually said it perfectly. What doesn't come out in the wash is gonna come out in the rinse. Everything is leaking out, being exposed, and I think it's really funny that I would get on the thread for some discussions, and when they try to bring up these sex tapes / Aaliyah story, and then I go ahead, I break some stuff down, and all of a sudden them saying people delete their comments when I go after I speak. So now it's almost like they can't even take what I'm saying anymore. So they don't even want to have a discussion because they can't handle what I'm saying. And see,
and that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. But see, that's the funny part. When you actually hit these people with logic, hitting people with logic is with these people is like hitting a vampire with garlic. They can't take it.
So Boosie's statement was true. They hypnotized with hatred.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said before, free Kels all day, every day. Keep saying it and say it like UGK said. Say it front, back, side to side. Free Kels all day. You know what it is.
Yep.
Much love to everybody, and y'all have a good night.
Hey, J-Rock, wait a second. I got something for you exclusively that I'm finna drop before we get up out of here. But Dean Bailey, what's up, man?
You heard me? Hello?
No, we didn't hear you. No, we hear you now.
I was talking the whole time. The mic that shit was muted. Nah, my
it
bad.
Must have been.
Yeah, my fault. I was letting you know I love you, Unc. Love you, Big Vi. Love you,
Thank
J
you,
Rock.
bro.
My shorty been blowing my phone up, and you feel me.
Okay. Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now she in Atlanta doing her training. So I'm
Okay.
gonna holler
Okay.
at y'all. I'm
Yes, sir.
tap in if y'all do a live tomorrow. Love y'all. Be safe.
Right.
I got
Be
an
safe.
exclusive I'm finna drop in just a second, y'all, before we get up out of here. But
Okay.
it's an
I'll hold
old
tight.
video
I'll hold tight.
for my boy still in this thing.
Okay.
Enterprise. I just don't understand how they're not a part of it. If they're saying that R. Kelly promoted his music and brand, and he was running a criminal enterprise, and he promoted his music and brand in order to recruit girls or whatever and women, how in the hell is these labels, who was the boss of R. Kelly, not involved with enterprise? Not being charged. Exactly. And if anybody promoted R. Kelly's music and brand, it would have been the music labels. The biggest promoters. Right. But Universal, right? They own most of this man's publishing. Now, we just brought the connection with Universal, who is owned by Vivendi. Okay? And Vivendi, like we said, owns Banner J, and Banner J owns, they don't fully own it, but they partly own it, okay? And Banner J owns the Boonham and Murray Productions and Creative Incorporated, both the two production companies that both was responsible for producing Surviving R. Kelly. And you tell me it ain't a setup?
Wow.
Y'all tell me it's a setup. When is CNN going to be brought to the table to talk about why they was watching child pornography? Why would Michael Avenatti bring a tape that he claims is child pornography to CNN, and why would CNN watch that tape and then admit to watching that tape? And have not been charged yet. And they have not been charged yet. It seems like the government, right, the federal government, for them to be saying he's running a criminal enterprise, they sure are not charging a lot of people. I thought when you do a RICO, you go after the whole establishment. I didn't know that you just charge R. Kelly in the New York indictment. I didn't know that. And the only other two people that there's no other charges in the New York indictment. Who are the other players? Right. They said that his managers, bodyguards, and runners and all this, but nobody else is being charged. Right. Where's the RICO? Where's the racketeering? They need to stop playing with us, man. It's all about this man's music, and I don't know why y'all come on, sorry, and let this man go and drop these charges. They're not going anywhere. Yeah, they're not. They've done enough trying to mislead everybody. Stacking the deck on them. Won't give them a bond for someone with no criminal record. Okay? They need to let this man go and leave him alone. It's done. It's terrible, man. It's terrible, y'all. Not to mention, right? There's I thought that this might be some important information as well. Sony, right? Just to get back on them real quick. Sony has a joint venture with BBC Studios. Okay, and their venture is called Sony BBC Earth. All right, and they also have a joint venture with Lifetime. It's called Lifetime Latin America. Okay, which is a joint venture that Sony has with A&E. Actually, I'm sorry, A&E, who owns Lifetime, and then as we know, Walt Disney and the Hearst Corporation have a 50-50 split. They both own A&E. So there's so many corporations and so many players involved with this. And like we've been trying to explain to everybody, when you're talking about corporate America, these board of directors in these corporate companies, they all have stock in these companies. In each other's companies. Right. And that's why you see so many corporations affiliated with this takedown. Because apparently, I don't know if this if this is true or not. I'm just gonna say alleged definitely for this. But I just know how they do things in corporate America and how they play games when it comes to stock. You see what I'm saying? They all buy stock in each other's companies, and that's how they keep their power. Whoever has the most stocks owns the majority of the company. Yeah. It's like a circle, and they built this nest, and ain't nobody getting it to them because they all are in it allegedly. You go to that one. I'm not done. I don't like this one, so I'm gonna go with this one. But if you go to this one is affiliated with that one. Right. So you go into the same company. You know what I mean? Right. Invested in each other. That's how they do it. So R. Kelly, man, like we said, this trial is going nowhere. I don't think they have no evidence. What happened is, right, everybody, what I believe, R. Kelly was starting to challenge the labels about his.
Pay attention, and J-Rock has been saying this. Pay attention at this point right here. The statement that's going to be made. Pay attention at this point. Everybody in the chat, get those likes up. Shout out to Senator Sane. Get those likes up. Share this motherfucker. Share this motherfucker video.
My career, and now y'all trying to kill me. I mean, that was clearly, I took that and talking to the labels.
Right.
Hold on.
Yeah, and he said it, and I admit it. And ain't nobody getting it to them because they all in it, allegedly. You go to that one. I'm not done. I don't like this one, so I'm gonna go with this one. But if you go to this one is affiliated with that one. Right. So you go into the same company, really. You know what I mean? Right. They're invested in each other. That's how they do it. So R. Kelly, man, like we said, this trial is going nowhere. I don't think they have no evidence. What happened is, right, everybody, what I believe, R. Kelly was starting to challenge the labels about his masters and his publishing and stuff. And what they said was, he tried to tell us on the Gayle King interview. He told everybody what this was about. He said, I gave y'all 30 years of my career, and now y'all trying to kill me. That was clearly, I took that as him talking to the labels. I admit. Yeah, and he said it, and I admit, yeah. It's not like we haven't seen this before. Right, it happens all the time, especially with African American artists. Prince, Michael Jackson. How many people we gotta see this happen to before we step up and say no more? Exactly. No more. Exactly. We're not having this, y'all. I know y'all know this. We cannot allow them to take him. We cannot. Plain and simple. So there it is, everybody. On that note, like, share, and subscribe on both videos.
Hold on just a second, because he dropped that timeline in here. J-Rock, go down that timeline of R. Kelly, the anniversaries of the album.
Oh yeah, like I said before, they talk about young black women and girls, and it's always about young black women and girls. But the problem is, if it's really about young black women and girls, why is everything solely based around this man's catalog? Every major event, something's happened. Like I said, born in the 90s, which debuted January 1992. Hit its 25th anniversary, because a lot of, like I said before, all this didn't start happening until his albums and the CD started hitting their 25th anniversary. Born in the 90s, debut January 1992. 25th anniversary of that is January 2017. That's when the early stages of all this BS against R. Kelly started happening. Then fast forward to his next album, 12 Play, which came out November 1993. And the silver anniversary for that would have been November 2018. 1 month after the silver anniversary of his flagship album, they decided to premiere Surviving R. Kelly at a theater in New York, which subsequently had a gun threat courtesy of Don Russell. 2020. Like his third album, his self-titled. November 1995 was when that album debuted. The silver anniversary of that, the 25th anniversary would have been November 2020, which just so happened to be on an election year, which so happened to have a presidential election year and several key Senate seats and congressional seats that has kind of directly or indirectly referred to R. Kelly, which you could basically say that he's being used as an election tool and political pawn. And for that added bonus, Aaliyah's first album, which came out May 24th, 1994, silver anniversary of that, May 24th, 2019. 6 weeks after the silver anniversary of that album, R. Kelly gets arrested and has been hemmed up ever since. Plus, not only has Born in the 90s hit his 25th anniversary, but hit his 30th anniversary last year. And now coming into this year, Sparkle's first album, which he wrote and produced for, and his fourth album, the R Double album, both are set to hit their silver anniversary, their 25th anniversaries this year.
Wow.
But this is
can't
all
make
about
this up.
women and girls, as they say.
Yeah, they don't care nothing about that. Yeah, same thing happened to Pop. Same thing when it came to that music and Prince. Just same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and the way everything, and not to mention the whole Masters thing, which could almost be literally a whole other live altogether, especially if you throw Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and Prince in the same discussion.
Right.
And then that would, oh my God, what I could go off on about, I'd go off on that tangent. That's almost a whole other live anyway. But I'll tell you what, I mean, this was just it just pretty much explained once I figured that out, I almost felt like when I saw the movie Ricochet and I almost threw my remote at the TV.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I figured that timeline out. That's how I felt.
Wow. They destroyed this man, over what was rightfully his and what he has earned and bust his behind, man, to do. And you know what, J-Rock? I was talking to someone last night. That is the reason why, I believe in my soul, why R&B has been crippled. And I remember you said, no, that's not on life support.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
Look at R&B.
That's the reason why.
For at least 5 years. At least
it's like even we was talking, man. Go ahead, nephew.
Yeah, I got Center to say some more of what he was saying as far as these record labels.
Okay.
Shout out to Senator Sane, man. Much love to him, man. I hope he come back, man.
I hope he come back too.
They switch places. Man. Sony Music Entertainment owns the biggest publishing company, which is Sony Music Publishing, and Universal Publishing is the second biggest publishing company. These two companies, and I know Warner Music, they own some of R. Kelly's publishing as well, but let's not leave them out of this. But these two companies specifically, Sony, who owns R. Kelly's masters, and Universal, who owns most of R. Kelly's publishing, both of them have connections to these documentaries that were responsible for flipping the public's mind, getting the public against R. Kelly, where the public is thinking that R. Kelly, they made you think like he has this history, some sort of history of dealing with minor girls, which if you really do your research, you'll realize that that's not true. What there is there's rumors, and it isn't that many. It's not 30 years of rumors. It's only a allegation of a marriage, and then a allegation of a sex tape that he went to trial for in 2008, and he was acquitted. Other than that, the only other thing that comes to mind is that bogus rumor in 2017, the same year that all this nonsense got started, which is the same year that would make R. Kelly's 25th year in the music industry after his original release date, born into the 90s in 1992. And of course, once you're in the business for 25 years, that's when you can put in the notice to the label saying, I want my masters back.
Yeah.
Say no more. Say no more.
And see, I think Rob signed this deal in 1990, 25 years, would have been 2015, which was ironically the last year of his last major studio album. Well, include the Christmas album, which came out 2016. So that would have put it right around 2015, between 2015 and 2016. It would put it right there.
Because that's did the Buffet album, right? J-Rock?
Buffet album came out 2015. And I think the Christmas album came out, 2016, very next year?
2016 was the last album to the label.
Was the Christmas album. Yeah.
That's it right there, man. We ain't got to say no more.
But you know what? You know what needs to happen? Man, we need to do a lot. You need to do a live, Big Vi. In the live we need, I don't know if anybody in the chat, anybody from Chicago, whoever, whatever the case may be, somebody needs to reach out to Senator Sane.
Okay.
And have him come on live with us.
Man, we're gonna have to get over in the comments. We gotta get over in his comments under them videos and say, hey man, we need you. That brother, he breaks it down. He got one video where he break down how many different entities are getting paid off of every song that R. Kelly put out. Like over 5 to 10 different people are getting paid off of his songs that chart. Like IBM, Universal Music Group, because they got so many different companies. So man, he breaks it down and show you like how many people was getting paid off of this man's song before he could even see a dime from it. You know what I'm saying? How many other people was getting paid off of songs that he put out for credits.
So J-Rock, so from the start, he been getting ganked from the start of his career.
Pretty much.
The whole 30 years, and that's why they trying to take him out. They don't understand. Y'all been playing dirty from the beginning. So you think God is gonna allow y'all to just take this man out because y'all feel like y'all don't want to play no more?
Yeah, they've been playing dirty.
Find out. You know what I'm saying? How many times we see that of a motherfucker stealing from you and they stealing $1? They gonna be in the have. You got a stack of hundreds and they stealing $1 at a time. They gonna have to get down to them probably been took about $25 to $30 before you realize that your stack is getting small.
Yeah.
Once you confront them, now they want to come tell you some shit, hit you with what you done to them. How do you justify you stealing my money by saying I did this to you?
The deflection.
Deflected. They done stole from this man his whole career. And now when he come to them saying, look, I'm no longer the mule.
Yeah.
I'm no longer being the mule for this company. They used him. They used him to build other people's careers.
Right.
But now he say I'm no longer
That's why
gonna allow y'all to use me as a mule for y'all company.
That's why Prince put that slave on his face, the word slave on his face. No more of that. Michael Jackson stood up. And see, one thing about Michael Jackson, Prince, you know, KL spoke out, they was doing their thing, but Michael, he got in front of the cameras and was calling them out and wouldn't stop. He was going straight in. And they would say, yeah, we got to take him out for real, for real. Mike was, man, Michael's true. They said Mike was a smart, shrewd businessman, boy. Thought that's all his mind was on music. Yeah, he said, yeah, sometimes it is.
Eddie Griffin said Mike was a motherfucking gangster. Ron Newton said that Mike was a gangster. Say Mike wasn't no hoe. He wouldn't no back down. He wouldn't no, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't scared of no beef.
Right.
So, you know,
that made me want to go back and try to analyze that song he did, J Rock, Dirty Diana. What he's saying, because he's revealing some stuff in that song, Dirty Diana.
Talking about Quincy Jones' goddamn daughter, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Sir Miguel. Sir Miguel just posted a comment. He said, I just sent over and added a comment to send the same video to reach out to Big Vibe.
Okay.
Man.
That's
we're gonna have to get over there on Center Thing. Get the email over there, you know, comment, get the email, and hopefully we can get in communication with the brother, man, because I've always admired his work and always liked what him and his wife was doing, you know, on the YouTube streets, man. It's been long enough. It's time we hear from Senator Sane, man. That would be very dope, very powerful. And salute Sir Miguel as well, man. That's why I like this. I like this family I've built over here that, you know, we help each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's not no big I, little you. We all in this, and we all understand the mission. You know what I'm saying? We trying to accomplish the mission. We not worried about, well, like you getting too far ahead, hold on. No. The further Unc get ahead, the better it is for us to come behind. Unc letting us know, look, it's clear. You know what I'm saying? When Unc feel like he can't lead no more, then we put somebody else in the front, make sure the way is, making sure the path is clear. But understand one thing, me as Big Vi, I'm willing to sacrifice to be in the lead and say, look, man, it's clear. Come on, y'all, follow me, because I'm not gonna go somewhere, and I'm not gonna ask y'all to go somewhere that I'm not willing to go. I'm gonna go first. And when you all come on and you all come in here with me, look, I'm gonna ride with y'all. I'm not gonna let y'all go through nothing that I'm not willing to go through. Shit, I'm gonna ride. I'm for y'all just like y'all for me. You know, this shit right here. I'm Big Vi on and off of this goddamn YouTube. It don't change for me. I'm the same way. I ain't like Tim. I don't cut up when the cameras come on. This who I am.
Oh, they just put in the BBC News. Lisa Marie Presley died.
Yeah, they was putting it in the chat earlier. So
oh wow.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna let you all go. And like I say, man, thank y'all for coming. I really I appreciate y'all. And until next time we get back in here, this was a great live tonight. I enjoyed the back and forth. You know, the dialogue, you know, even when we we just have the respect for the next man. Look, I'm gonna respectfully agree to disagree with this, but we ain't gonna get onto that right there. I love that type of communication because it ain't about the rah, oh motherfucker, shut up, nigga. This. No. They expect us to go back and forth and over talk each other, cuss each other out, bitch ass nigga, this, that. But when we having these intelligent conversations, they are somewhere trying to figure out how the hell could we throw a wrench in it.
Yep. And see what Right, can you tell me what video of Senator Sands was there with that clip on it? Do you remember the title of it?
Hold on.
I'm looking at his playlist now. J Rock. I'm trying to find out which one it is too.
It's lengthy. He got a lot of material.
Yeah, it's a this
Yeah,
video
I
should
know.
have
I'm
way
going
more
down.
views. It should have way more views.
I'll have to go
It's
through
Universal
this.
Music Connection to Survivor and R. Kelly. It's from a year ago. Universal Music Connection to Survivor and R. Kelly.
Okay. Universal Music.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to go through some of these playlists because he got one. This is one video. Then he got one. He got 13 videos, 12 videos, 25 videos, 24, 19, 22. So I'm gonna have to go through them and find that.
You know, I got it. I got it.
Section.
I copied it. So let me see. Let me go find.
You can just send it to me. Send it to. I'll still go through it on my phone, but send it to me. Send it to us. Yeah, just send it to us.
All right.
But I'm gonna still go through his playlist and see if I can find it. Yeah,
I just sent it to you, J-Rock. Just send it to. I gotta call and check on my brother Malik too, man. I would love to hear Malik thoughts and opinions on this stuff that's been coming out lately. Malik ain't been on in a minute.
Right.
Yeah, so I just sent it to you I sent it to J-Rock.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
I got it.
Okay, I see the picture. Okay, I got it.
So yeah, I'm definitely, but I gotta definitely go through his stuff again because you know he's got so much key stuff in there that I know it's gonna have us gonna be like, damn, man, and it's gonna take us to another direction. It's gonna keep taking us to different directions and more information on it. It's gonna make everything that it's gonna give more credence to everything we've been saying this whole time.
Okay.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Well, y'all boys, grown men, young men, have a nice night. Y'all know I be at work, right? Don't tell people I don't do shit.
Right.
Now, we ain't gonna be dropping no dimes on you like Tim. we ain't gonna do you like that.
Right. But y'all have a good night, man. We gonna play this. I'm gonna play this video by Kels before we get up out of here. There's keep pushing that BOP narrative. Kels' message about the BOP taking his jail records, selling them to a big name blogger on YouTube by the name of Tasha K, which then shared those records with a government witness in her family, which then shared them to a government informant, which that government informant shared it with state prosecutor's office in Cook County, Illinois. So let's continue to push let's continue to spread the word and get it out there and just sit back and wait for some results, man. That's it.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
All right.
Appreciate that.
All right, nephew.
All right,
J-Rock.
Everybody in the chat, much love to y'all.
Yeah. Blessings. Y'all stay safe in the chat.
And
if y'all not going to sleep, if y'all not going to sleep, Dana J is live right now as well. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this clip by Seamus. I can go back and look at that. I go over there and holler at Dana and see what he's talking about. All right. I'm out.
I'll give you a scenario. If you tell one woman, hey, I'm going to give you the money, you put the money behind the blue couch, and because the other lady is spending the money, and she's not supposed to be spending it because I need that money for lawyers. So you being more responsible. You take the money, put it behind the blue couch, and don't tell her. Just hold it and use that for emergencies or if I need anything or pay bills or whatever. The other woman is not supposed to know the very next day where that money is.
Right.
I'm not supposed to get a call, which I did from my girl saying they took the money, they left, left a note saying F you and F him, I'm going to do what I have to do. These things is happening. These things happening in 2019, and then I get another visit from the woman who took the money, and she tells me, since when did you start giving her the money, and why did you tell her to put it behind the couch and not tell me? Don't lie to me. I heard the phone call. So in 2019, I'm trying to figure out how the hell did she hear that phone call? In 2019, I'm trying to figure out why would she tell me in the last visit that, oh, and since when did you start